Good morning, welcome back to another vlog. I've been listening to Stevie Wonder's Happy Birthday for about 20 minutes on a loop because it's Lee's birthday and he's gone for a walk with the dog and I've like set up his stuff and I'm just obviously waiting for him to come back. But I'm going to be listening to this in my sleep for the rest of my life. It's lunchtime. We had cake for breakfast, obviously because birthdays, and I came back from the school run, sat down for like 5 minutes, and Manny just totally wiped out on me. I think he had like a party or something last night because he's exhausted. Usually he was fully on me asleep like a baby. And every time I move, usually like fight me and he's like, oh, forget about it. If I'm on my phone, he just looks at me like, oh, I'll just go and sit over there. Like if you're not going to look at me and stroke me and not show anything else attention, then why am I even here? He's so like, he's a real priss about it. So when I had to get up to go to the toilet, because he didn't immediately like throw a wobbler, he just like stayed where he was. And then as I moved, he lay back behind me. He just kind of fell as a dead weight behind him, just fully still asleep. I don't know, it was crazy, but it meant that I stayed there a little bit longer than I should have. I went upstairs thinking I'm going to film some gaming videos because last week was a wash. I wasn't doing anything apart from candle stuff. Everything fell by the wayside. And so I just haven't done anything that I planned to do. And so I went upstairs and thought I'm going to do that. Saw the boxes of makeup that I still need to go through and thought, no. So I've been putting off doing my final declutter, which was lips, for the longest time. Months and months and months, because I just didn't know how I was going to do it. It was going to have to be like organized in a specific way. It was going to take me forever to edit. So I just did it live. So I've just sat for 2 hours on YouTube and live swatched and decluttered all of the lipsticks that I could find. I'm sure there are loads more in the house, but all of the ones that I could find, and they all slot now into the organization stuff that I bought. It's so exciting. Such an exciting time. So that's what I've been doing. Anyway, I've just made myself some lunch. I bought this again because it was so good. They still don't have the soup dumplings in Morrison's. So, I mean, they have some soup dumplings, but the vegetable ones, and I want the chicken ones. I don't know if they were like, wow, these are so amazing, or if they just had a really small amount and I bought it. I don't know. But these are really good as well. I'm trying to get on top. Let me close this. That sounds terrible out of context. I'm trying to get on top of my, just my personal stuff, like a little bit of washing, making sure that the candle stuff that I've got out that's not necessarily needs to be left out, some stuff needs to be like left out to cure, that things are like put away, because recently, as and when things come up where, well, this has to be left out for whatever, because it's been busy and it's been a little bit manic with the candle stuff, I have felt really overwhelmed because it doesn't feel like I'm having any kind of respite from being surrounded by stuff. So I'm trying to be a little bit better about my stuff that I can control. Also, I've had this for a million years. God, this is terrible light. This is a wild fox. What even can you call these? I think they used to be called, maybe they still are, baggy beach jumpers. These were all the rage. And I bring it out once a year and then it goes back away every year. It's just, isn't it? Maybe it's just me, but I feel time pass when we, bring out the Christmas decorations, when you bring out your Christmas jumpers and whatever, and you feel, like when you come to an age where you're keeping things like, oh, that's like my collection of Christmas jumpers. I'll put them away because I'll need them. There's something about that to me is like, oh my God, time, it's slipping away. If there was ever a good reason to get Wagamamas, it was actually Lee's idea, although he was like, should we go out to Wagamamas? And Milo was like, should we just have it delivered? And what am I getting now? A cup is what I'm getting now. And what did we do? We had a sneezing fit, apparently. I don't know what it is, like late in the season allergies or dust from moving everything around. We watched Harry Potter. It's just Lee's favourite. Harry Potter all day long. I think he had a good birthday. I got him I got him a jacket from All Saints that Lee's pretty easy to shop for. He's pretty easy going. I know what he likes. He doesn't buy a lot of things for himself. So I got him it was like a bomber jacket, which is kind of smart. Kind of like a denim blue, but it's a smart looking thing. And I feel like those colours look best on him, those kind of muted, dusty colours. And some Ray-Bans that I knew he wanted. I got him some French vanilla coffee mate because it's his favourite, and a Harry Potter snow globe, which is a bit out there, but let me show you it. The lighting everywhere is terrible now because apparently we're in the deep midwinter. It's fully dark. I'll take you to the window. But how cool is this? This is like, I thought it might be a bit naff, honestly. But I think that's pretty cool. It's obviously Hogwarts. And then it's got like a little thing on the front. That's cute, right? Hogwarts in the snow. We have a little snow globe collection that I put out at... Actually, I need to put it on something else because it's not got a padded bottom. I put out a snow globe collection with the full Christmas decoration. So I thought, now Lee has a little one in the collection. I was talking to Milo yesterday and we agreed we're not going to put the full breadth of the decorations out until after his birthday, which is next Friday. So at the moment we just have the tree, which we got out, let me just clean this camera. That's better, right? Which I got out for the photos last week. But it's been nice to have. It's just a nice little glow. I also keep seeing on Instagram people who have these little, like, it must be attached to the plug, like a little remote push, like an on-off switch that you can put anywhere in the house. I think I might put that in that plug down there and then have the on-off switch behind the sofa. So when we're on the sofa, we can decide if we want light. Like if it suddenly gets dark, we're like, oh, could someone put that light on? We can do it from there. My grandma, when I was a kid, had, I said grandma, and Manny was like, my grandma? How am I going to see my grandma? My grandma, Manny. Grandma is one of his trigger words. She had a light pull in the middle of the bed. So when they got into bed, they could turn the light off. Genius. Milo had a half day at school today. So on the way back from school, got a Taco Bell. These are so nice. They are in the Savers menu. So I think they're only $1.99 each. And it is, this feels like a similar amount of food as you get in the Twister from KFC, which is so much more expensive. So I get 2 of these and a pot of sour cream, and it's like less than $5. I think they're like beefy nacho burrito, something like that. Delicious. Do you know what's so crazy? My back's been loads better since I've been sitting at my desk again. And I think there's something to the fact that I've been sitting on the sofa a lot. I'm kind of slouching. I'm either standing, bending, doing stuff around. God, it's so dark. It's so dark. This is the season. And sitting in a proper chair with back support, although it's not my upper back support, the lower back support, it's really helped. I have also been doing my exercises, but I am in the middle of filming we've had an update on a game, which is, it's really exciting. It's a Stardew Valley update, which I've been waiting for ages. And I'm kind of recording an entire year in the game. But one of the things that you can do on the Switch is you can record clips. So if you're not connected to the computer, you can be playing something. And if something happens, you can record the last 30 seconds of a clip. So what I'm going to do, because I've been sitting all day, and I do feel like I don't want to lose my momentum of moving, is I'm going to pull out the walking pad and I'm going to play and walk and probably watch a Christmas film at the same time, just to, do all the things. Because in case you didn't know, I am doing on Instagram, I think we're going to get through 60 Christmas movies minimum, but I've put out a blank sheet if you want to follow along. It's all of the different movies. It tells you where you can watch them. You can cross them off. You can rate them. And I'm rating them one at a time, giving you a little spiel about each of them. So maybe I'll do that at the same time. 3 things at once. I'm back at work. Yes, I do want to restart anyway. And why is it? This is in every job I've ever had, but particularly remote working, when you've been away for more than a week. And bearing in mind, I am away for a chunk of time every single week because I work part-time. All the IT goes to shit, basically. I'm having to restart my computer multiple times because my emails don't exist. Like, Outlook has disappeared from my laptop. Why? I haven't been gone that long. Once I didn't go into the office for a few weeks and my pass was disabled, which was really funny. I mean, part of it is I just didn't want to log on today. Maybe this is like, I've manifested IT issues because I don't want to do this today. So cold. My office feels like it's the coldest room in the house. I've got on, what have I got on? I've got on a vest thing, a thermal top and a cardigan because it's so cold. So cold today. But yeah, just needed a little rant. Also, I felt better yesterday. I felt like doing a little bit of walking. I'm going to try a very, very small amount every day. Even if I just do like 20 minutes, I'm going to try and do a little bit of walking on the walking pad every day. I was thinking again recently about what my 2024 resolutions had been, because I'm like, what do I want to do next year? Like, what do I want to focus on? I don't want to be really hard on myself and say like, this is what you didn't do. But what were the things I wanted last year, and how many of those things I still want this year that maybe I didn't make moves literally to do? And stretching and moving my body, they were on my list, and I have done very, very little. I have done something to get me out of leggings and sweatshirts. I barely wear leggings anymore. I'm literally sitting. I'm working from home. I'm sitting at a desk all day, and I am dressed. I mean, I feel a bit slobby, but I am dressed. I'm wearing my nice jeans. I'm wearing something that I would wear potentially in the office on a dress down day, but still, I'm dressed. I don't have makeup on, but I don't feel like I look like I've been dragged through a hedge. I feel dressed for the day, and that was a huge difference in my not my mental health, but it was a huge difference in my kind of attitude for the day when you get dressed and you don't feel like you're in pajamas, because some of my clothes I had designed it so that I felt like I was in pajamas all the time. Some things I have done, but movement was a real big fail. And I really want to focus on that. And so maybe, given that I want to focus on that, why do we want to wait till January? Let's get the ball rolling now. Start with some good habits now, so that when January comes, it's not like, it's more of a, well, let's see if I can improve on what I've already been doing, you know? Anyway, apparently I need to restart the computer 3 times. It's like the Wizard of Oz. It's 4 o'clock. Had it not been for this, in fact, let me just turn this off. This is how dark it is. Listen, I'm all for autumn, but it's 4 o'clock. I'm sitting in my office, and this is how dark it is. So before I went to the football training with Milo, I decided it was a good time to clear out my entire office, reorganize. Why I decided to do this when I did not have time to finish the job, I will never know. I will know, because I'm just so impulsive. But now I've come back and I have 45 minutes in order to have a reasonable evening. I have 45 minutes I'm giving myself to try and put this back together in some way, shape or form. I have gotten rid of quite a lot of stuff, but it just needs to be put back. And then tomorrow I'm going to build some IKEA drawers that I've got and start organising some makeup, which I'm really excited about. Also, I've got these bins, which, I've just had boxes full of junk in here for ages. They've been transferred from room to room. And so now I'm separating it all out, and I know what I've got. There's like jumpers and stuff that have just been like, I say stuffed in, but they were all actually folded in a bin. But I didn't know what I had. So I need to go through all of that. And then I've got like a bin that's all the Disney stuff, all the Disney clothes and ears and whatever else will all be in one place. I know where it is. Collectibles and keepsakes. So things like, I used to keep things for scrapbooks. Now I just keep them. Maybe I'll scrapbook again one day, but like ticket stubs, things like that. It's becoming a more organised chaos, which is, I'm always moving towards that. It's like 1 step forward, 14 steps back. We're on a pause. Headway has been made of course, I'm watching. Also, do you think he looks a bit like Zac Efron? You know, like new face Zac Efron. A little bit there. I feel like Zac Efron might have taken his picture to someone. But I'm loving these. We're getting somewhere. It's just felt like chaos. And then tomorrow I build the drawers. Now, more exciting than anything else, on the way back, I went to Asda and I found my soup dumplings. These are they. This is like random things I've found while I've been tidying up. They're so, they're so tasty, but they're so unusual. On the back it says, I kind of steamed them / boiled them last time because I was making ramen anyway, but it says to microwave them as they are for 2 minutes and 20 seconds, and then remove the tray from the bag, pierce the top of the dumplings with a fork or chopstick and leave to stand for 3 minutes. Warning, dumpling filling will be extremely hot. So I feel like they continue to cook then. Or maybe it's just letting out some of the steam. I don't know. Absolute perfection. Now for dessert, I'm having this, which is an Italian chocolate cake, but it's really like a mousse. But what I do with it, because I like to have it, it says you're supposed to leave it to defrost, but it's very difficult to describe what this is, but it is very moussey. It's not a cake. There's no cake involved. So what I do is I cut it into quarters and then put it back in the freezer. I have a quarter of it at a time, and it's like the most delicious ice cream in the world. Get it from Morrison's. I think it's £3 for 2 of them, but I make it stretch. I really didn't want to get out of bed today. Not even a little bit. I start work in 12 minutes. It's Thursday, so I didn't have to do the school run. Not feeling it at all. However, when I went to Asda yesterday, I also bought a new sweatshirt that I saw Liza. I feel like I've met her and I don't know how to pronounce her name. Maybe I haven't. We were going to meet. Anyway, I'm going to say Liza. Prideaux, again. It's all a shot in the dark. I saw her on Instagram yesterday talking about some sweatshirts that she bought from Asda. And one of them, I was like, I'm going to have that. And I found it. There were hardly any left. So she must be influencing the world. And I found one and I'm going to put that on today. I literally said in a video yesterday that I've gotten so much better about getting dressed and wearing things that aren't just leggings and sweatshirts. But today I'm wearing leggings and I'm wearing my new sweatshirt. I'm going for comfort. My neighbour just came to the door to, does anybody else leave things? This is my rubbish from outside the office. That's my work in progress rubbish that needs to be got rid of. Does anybody else, like when I leave things places, I have multiple places in the house where I know I could look. Tops of radiators, things like this. I was on my way upstairs with a drink, and someone came to the door. So I left the drink here. Is that just a me thing, or do people do that? I was going to say, I answered the door not thinking, and my hair was like, like this. I think it's going to be a scrape back kind of day. The parcels that my neighbour took in from Amazon, I bought a few things over the past few days. Do you know what I bought? That, when you put stuff in your basket and then you forget? And then I accidentally bought it, which is annoying. Oh, I thought this was going to be so much larger than this. That's better for my purpose, but I would have been disappointed. I bought some silicone scar sheets. A few people have mentioned these. I scar really badly everywhere. I say everywhere, specifically looking at my C-section, but that I feel very strongly that the time has passed to do anything about that. And that doesn't bother me so much anymore. It's more the internal stuff, which I don't think this is going to fix. But I've got a really bad keloid now on this ear. And it's so itchy that I've actually got like a scab on the top of it because I must have been bothering it. That one in the middle. I've got keloids on the back that are massive, huge. I don't know if you can, no, I'm not going to show you like that. But I had keloids on my ears when I was a teenager. And I actually had, on this side, I had it removed surgically, which was, I was 16. It was around my 16th birthday. Because on my 16th birthday, I've got like this big thing on my ear. Not cute, but it did work. And I remember him drawing the picture of this is what he's going to do. He's going to take the thing out, and it, like, you could hear everything. It wasn't fun. But that side where I've had that keloid removed, I haven't got any problems on the front. I never had any problems on the front, and it hasn't really, like, there's a very small amount,
probably what someone else would consider to be a big keloid, but for me, that's like, oh, that's minor. Whereas this ear feels like it's going to become disfigured. So I am actually considering going to someone about it, just because I don't actually, like, there was a point where I thought, oh, you know, it's a little keloid, it is what it is, but I think it might be getting bigger. So I may go and see about getting some, like, a steroid injection or something. But in the meantime, I have tried a few different things, like topical things, and I'd heard a lot about these, mostly for C-sections, but I thought it was the kind of thing that for someone like me, this could be quite handy. I wish I'd had it when I had the incident, because I've got a scar here. I think this is quite noticeable. It's not something that I think about every day, but this scar, it's kind of a wonder that that is not more raised, given all the other scars on my body are. But if I feel like that, I can feel the scar tissue underneath. It's that white scar there. It has changed. It's gonna be interesting as I age. I'm gonna have like I'm gonna age. What's the word I'm looking for? Like asymmetrically, because of that. Because that it's gonna do something weird. So I would have liked to have this then, but I'm going to cut it and put a little squidge of it over my ear and just see whether or not it does anything. Oh, I also repurchased these. I lost my first pair when I was in Hong Kong, which was frustrating, but they're so great. I think I talked about them at the time. I think they're about £8. They weren't irritating to my ears at all, which is a wonder. And they're like a thread through. So I bought them when the keloid first got really bad, and it like swelled up and I couldn't get the earring out of my ear. Sorry, this is a really gross topic. So I bought the thread ones because I thought this is going to be really easy to retrieve if I have that problem again. Because of how my body heals, I couldn't leave my piercings without earrings in them, even though now these have all been, some of these might be like 2 years, but I know for a fact if I left them out for a few days, it'd close up, just because that is what my body does. But I thought also the thread like this means that I can kind of leave it out and that keloid will be pretty available for this, as opposed to other styles of earrings. So I'm just going to kind of wrap it. I might put these in both of these because the keloids on the back are pretty big. I might put them in both. This is what you're watching now is precision work. This is practically Christina Yang level surgery. I can't, these threadable things, if you've got normal ears, are just really pretty. But if you've got ears like mine, handy to have. Ooh, I don't know what I expected this to be. I thought it was going to be different. I also read that these are good for like anti-wrinkle, which kind of makes sense, because if it's good for scar tissue, then it must do something to like produce collagen or produce something that is healing. Right, let's see if I can flip these little, well, they're already stuck to the sheet. And it's not like it's not like a really in your face thing. I thought it was going to be a little bit more noticeable. I mean, it's noticeable, you know, I've got plaster on my ear, but I thought because it's almost exactly the same color as my skin. Here's some white privilege for you. It's almost like I'm translucent pale. Like if I'm on a Teams call, I'm not going to be feeling self-conscious. I tell you what I am going to do. I'm going to put a little bit of makeup on. I'm actually just going to put on this Flawless Beauty Primer from Pixie and some mascara, because this has got like just the tiniest amount of coverage. It's not really mega tinted, but it's a little bit of something. I think I'm running out of this, but I do have a backup. It's kind of somewhere between a tinted moisturizer and like a glow. So it makes all the difference when I'm looking kind of dull and grey. This is my go-to, but usually I put something else over the top of it. I'm running out of time. So just, you know, needs must. just make me look alive. I also realised I didn't tell you the thing that I'd accidentally left in my basket was this, which is a gel nail polish. I don't think that I have a UV lamp. I was toying with getting a UV lamp because my nails are like stained from making a load of pots at the weekend. So I'm going away this weekend and I would like my nails to be not stained. I would like them to look fresh, and I don't have a nail appointment for a couple of weeks. So I thought, well, I'll just buy myself some gel nail polish and I'll just like do my nails, but I'll need to buy myself another little UV lamp. And this is where I pulled myself back from. No, of course you don't. You don't need to buy a UV lamp. You don't need, just paint your nails with regular nail polish. You can do that over the top of gel. And I thought that I'd gotten rid of it and I didn't. So now at lunchtime, I'm going to scour the house and see if I can find a UV lamp somewhere. It's the kind of thing that between me and Ella, maybe we've got one. Seriously, what a difference that glowy stuff onto mascara made. I found this when I was going through all of my lip stuff, an old Elizabeth Arden lip balm, and it's really nice. I mean, it's finished, and so few lip balms ever get finished, so that tells you everything you need to know. But I think I might actually buy another one. I'm steadily making a little list in my head of things that I need to repurchase. Oh, look at the colour of this. And oh, everything's loaded. And we start work. And yeah, I'm gonna do like one big restock of things. I think it's like, yeah, it's like a deep burgundy red. I mean, it's nice. It is, if I can find a UV lamp. It's lunchtime, I painted my nails. I couldn't be bothered to look for a UV light, so I just used regular nail polish, although do you know what? I hate them already. Hate them already. I think I'm gonna probably take them off because I don't like the sparkle. It's gonna drive me crazy. And I've got like 10 minutes left of my lunch, so good job. I've got these 2-minute dumplings. You know, yesterday I was saying about the cooking instructions, and I was worried they were going to be like mega hot. They really weren't mega hot. So this time I don't think I'm going to pierce the top, because reading it again, I think pierce the top and leave them for a few minutes was just to make sure that you don't burn yourself, and I don't think that's going to happen. So, I mean, famous last words, but I'd like them to be hotter than they were. I think the problem is they cool down so quickly. So if you do leave them to cool, it gets cold. Have you ever seen a snugglier little guy? We've got some roadworks going on our main street at the moment, the way that Manny and Lee walk every day. And these roadworks are going to go on for a while, like well into the new year apparently. And Lee sent me these videos of Manny just generally being unable to accept that he cannot walk his usual route. He is such a creature of habit. He has to do things how he has to do them, and it's kind of hilarious, so I thought I would share them with you.
Right, Manny, come on, we can't go that way. Look, it's blocked. Do you want to go this way? Look, we can't go that way. Go this way. Manny, you're still blocked, mate. Manny, we can't go. Manny. Come on, this way.
How funny is he? I honestly think this is the first time in Manny's life that Lee hasn't been able to facilitate his desires, and I can already feel a distance growing between them. Anyway, I'm going to wrap up the vlog here because I'm logging on for work. It's Friday at lunchtime, and straight after work I've got to do some candle stuff because Karen is coming to pick some things up, and we're going to do a restock. It's only a week and we've sold out of, and I was like really prepared. Like I told you last week, I was really starting to feel like, oh my God, why are we? But it's gone incredibly well, better than we could possibly have imagined. So we're already restocking. So that's going to be like taking up all of my time for the rest of the day that I have for myself. And then this weekend we are going to Sheer, which is where the holiday was filmed. I can't wait for multiple reasons, but obviously I'll take you with me. Let me know what you thought of this kind of weekly vlog, the longer format. Obviously in December we'll do Vlogmas. I am undecided whether or not we're going to do it daily or every other day. I'll decide. I might just decide like literally the end of November. But in the meantime, we might do these weekly vlogs that are a bit longer, and maybe moving forward, I don't know, I'm kind of trying to find my way a little bit with the pattern of content that I want to put out across all of the channels that I now have, and maybe one long weekly vlog might work for this. Let me know.
See you guys in the next one.